Hi, it's Bernadette, and I've got another tip today around investing. So, a lot of people think about the quality of their portfolio in terms of how many properties they've got, the quantity of properties they've got. And I'd actually like to offer you another way of thinking, because I actually think that thinking's flawed. And the reason being, because I see and I talk to a lot of people who have quite a few investment properties, and none of them are really getting them to where they want to be. They're not performing in the way that they'd like to. And I have a theory about that. I think when you're focusing on more, that you're not focusing on the quality of the property. And I actually think that often you can achieve more with less. Now, what is quality? Now, you might think it's the taps and the structure and the floor coverings and the tiles and all that, and absolutely not. As renovators, we are well equipped to produce that ourselves. What I mean by quality is first, quality location, as in location, 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 and second, quality and potential. What can you do with that property other than sitting around waiting for organic growth to improve the equity in it and to improve the yield? That's a quality property. One, good location. Two, opportunity to improve equity. Three, opportunity to improve yield. So what do I mean by that? So, a lot of people think for their first property they'll buy a little unit, okay? And the problem with a little unit is, yes, you can zhuzh it up with the cosmetic reno, but that's pretty much it. Then you've just got to sit around and wait for the market to grow. And often it never does, okay? Buying a new unit off the plan is even worse, because you can't even add the renovation to it. You're paying top dollar when you buy it and big commissions, so you're behind the eight ball before you start. What I think is a good quality property is something that's, say, on a bit of land where you can renovate the property and improve it and get a higher yield in the beginning, and later on when it's grown in value, you can use some of that value to maybe subdivide the block of land and get yourself a second property. Now, it costs a lot to get into a property. You've got to pay stamp duty, legals, all that sort of thing. And if you can pay that once and get two properties out of it, and that's just one example, I should add, there's lots of ways to buy potential, then in the long run, you are going to be in a much stronger position and you're going to have a lot more equity in that property from the outset. I hope that's helpful. Now, if you'd like to learn more, you can subscribe to our videos on YouTube, but you can also come over to our podcast called She Renovates and learn lots of things around renovating and property. See you there.